Doctors of Reddit, what's something you've had to tell a patient that you thought for sure was common knowledge? Have had to inform a few male patients that the condom only goes on the shaft and should not be pulled down to include covering of the testicles. After putting a few stitches in a middle-aged guy's scalp, the family asked if he was okay. The attending joked that his brain was still inside. The family were stunned by this news. I, the medical student, spent the next half hour informing the family that the brain was inside the skull and that a person couldn't live without one. They thought that the brain was just a turn of phrase to reflect a person's common sense rather than an actual organ. Sort of the same as what they thought about the heart. My dad is a family doctor in the States. A woman came in for a well baby check with her 6-month-old and she had what looked like chocolate milk in the baby's bottle. So he started explaining to her as kindly as he could that she shouldn't be giving her baby chocolate milk, at which point she interrupts him and says, "Oh, that isn't chocolate milk. It's coffee. He just loves it." Viagra does not prevent STDs or pregnancy. A hospital is open 24 hours a day 7 days a week for medical emergencies. So, the next time you have a stroke on a Friday, come in on Friday and don't wait for the weekend to pass. My wife and I were trying to get pregnant, and due to possible complications we were talking to an obstetrician. Towards the end of the visit, he tells us, in all seriousness, "Just so you guys know, you have to stop using condoms if you want to get pregnant." We just stare at him a bit, and say, obviously. And he just shakes his head and says, "You'd be surprised, there's been a few couples that really didn't realize that." My parents were also having problems getting pregnant, and their doctor explained that you need to have vaginal sex, because he'd had patients who were doing anal and wondering why it wasn't resulting in pregnancy. So did your parents ever get a kid? They got one eventually. They had to distract the neighbors and take one of theirs, but they got a kid. My best friend's mom is a nurse at a hospital in an area with a lot of gang activity. More than once, she has had to explain to the family of her deceased patients that you can't get a brain transplant after getting shot in the head. Honestly, you might be surprised that a lot of people know little to nothing about what a healthful lifestyle is in terms of a good diet and exercise. I have seen many patients who complain that they are overweight, which is a perfectly valid reason to go to your physician, by the way, but when I ask what they've done to try to lose weight, they say nothing. Pick up smoking because that's what the fashion models do, or drink soda instead of orange juice because orange juice is full of sugar. Yeah, if I were king I'd mandate every high schooler learn about these topics. Oh, and don't smoke in the same car as your child is. Oh, my God.
Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away.